Yo,
LOA.
yo.
You still haven't told me what that means.
Nah, man, you gotta. It's up to you. It's up to you what it means. What resonates with you. Maybe. Ooh, deja vu. Maybe maybe that information will be disclosed. But
I
uh,
hope so, because wasn't I putting it into AI at one point? No, I was just sending you
yeah,
what I thought it was.
you were just guessing as to what it was, but you never guessed exactly what I intended it to be. But all the ones that you guess are kind of what I expected people to guess. Those are the ones I kind of expected people to shoot out. So I was like, okay, it's the right direction. It's the right direction. And I like it. It has for a stage name, it has um two vowels, and that just hits a little bit harder. The O and the A. You can just do so much with it. But it's still Av. It's still Av. I'm still on the street, so Avenue works, but LOA is the new evolution.
Yeah, but do you live on a street, a road, or avenue down in Florida?
I live. Let me see. I live on Avenue, actually. Ironically, I live on the
Sweet.
Ave. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was trying to think. The last time we actually saw each other in person was in New York, right? When you lived in New York.
Y'all, you broke up a little. I missed it.
Am I coming in?
Now you're coming in.
I was saying the last time we actually met linked up in person was when you were living in New York, right?
Yeah. 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 It's been a
And
minute.
then I was thinking too, like, when did we stop working together?
Man,
I,
it's
I must have
been.
left the restaurant, or did you leave first?
I think you left first. I think you left for the fish.
Yep.
I think you left
Oh yeah,
like
and Elliot and Chuck came.
they came and followed you, and I was still at Via. They all kind of came back, or at least I know Elliot came back. Um, but then by
Oh, they
then
came back to Via.
I think so. I think so. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong timeline. But it doesn't matter because shortly after that, I was out. 2016, we all kind of dis, we all kind of left each other. That was the end of something beautiful.
Yeah. Why did you choose New York?
Honestly, I just wanted to party. I just wanted to party. I also really love my art, and I knew the art scene there was pretty crazy. So it just made sense. Every time I drove past New York City, I was always just like, enamored by it. Always like loved the skyscrapers and how busy it was. So when I did just open my mind to moving, New York City it just made sense.
Did you move there with another person, or did you go
No,
solo?
I went solo. I went solo. I was there for the first like 6 months without anybody, and then my ex-girlfriend, her and I got back together, and then she moved down there. She moved down there after, which is crazy to even
She
talk about right
followed
now.
you.
She did. I mean, she was like, "Yo, I'll come down there for you," and she hated it. She hated New York City. I don't know if she's still there or where she's at, what she got going on, but shout out to her for coming out there and helping me out the way that she did.
It is a wild place to like
It's
live.
such a wild, wild place to live. It takes so much adjusting. You know how it is. Anybody from the Northeast, New York City just takes it to a whole other level. You can't take shit personal. Living in New York City, you really can't. But I learned so much. I wouldn't change it for the world. I honestly want to go back. I want to
It's
go
like
back.
I wouldn't be able to sleep, I don't think.
dude,
Too much going on.
I didn't sleep. I was out. I was out. I was partying every other night. Go to work, get out of work, go party again. It was a time was had. A time was had
Well, thanks for linking up, dude. It's really
for
cool to see your face.
sure.
It's been a while.
I know it's been a minute. It's been a long time.
I was just getting flooded with memories all day, like
Dude,
thinking back to just hanging out in my apartment.
I was thinking about your apartment too. I was thinking about your apartment too. It's funny because, like we were talking earlier, how like when I go out with people who are like, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years younger than me, I think back to all the times that we went out, and I would just be, being my young reckless self, and you'd be in the corner, just like always, just nursing your drink, just like no judgment, just like yeah, 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 yeah. Go ahead, Al. Go ahead, do your thing. I'm over here. I'm over here, and I would just be like, yeah. And now it's the roles have changed. Now I'm sitting back with the younger guys, and I'm like, damn, that was me right there,
You think twice about going to the after party. You're like, I think I'm gonna not go to this one. I'm
bro.
gonna go home. I
Bro,
gotta get up and drink coffee.
I don't even think twice about it. It's just not happening now. It's just not happening now. I don't even go out to the regular party, let alone considering the after party, you know?
We went to a 40th birthday party at Electric Haze, and we were there for like an hour, and then we were like, let's go get some food and go home.
Damn, electric haze. That just brought me back. That's funny.
And a couple, well, I mean, it was their party, so they were kind of like going back to being 20. They're outside ripping butts.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
like
yeah.
drinking. They're also performers, so they were all taking turns on instruments and singing
Yeah, yeah,
songs. So it
yeah.
was a really cool party. But we were just so exhausted. We had just had our third baby.
Yeah.
We wanted to show up. We said what's up, and then we bounced. We were home by like 10:30.
And that's what you gotta do. I think it's the thought that counts when it comes to partying at our point in life, you know? Because at the end of the day, like, dude, I used to be like, oh, age, age, age. Dude, it's all about lifestyle. Like, you could be 25, you could be 35. If you're single and you have no kids, your lifestyle is completely different from someone who's 25 or 30 with kids. Bro, you have
Game.
three. You have three. You just had your third. Jesus.
Yeah, but once you have the second, the third one is just part of the. She moved in like nothing, but she's spoiled, dude, because we got lazy.
Yeah, 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 for sure. For
She's
sure.
crying. We're like, oh, you just come here. Yeah, you come into bed for an hour. It's
Yeah,
all
yeah,
set.
yeah, yeah.
And now she's like, she thinks she's running the house.
I believe it. Hey, rightfully so. Rightfully so. The last one to come. Actually, who knows? You guys might have another one, huh?
I don't know. No. If I do, there's no more podcast. There's you ain't gonna see me for like 18 years.
For sure, dude. For
I'll
sure.
be like, I'll walk into somewhere with a cane and a big gray beard, and you'll be like,
Yeah.
yo, he looks like from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, no, respectfully, because I
You're
can't
young.
even.
You probably could pop 4 or 5 kids out because you're
Nah,
young. You got the
no,
youth.
nah, dude. Honestly, for me, being all the way down here in Florida, I have like some family, but not like in Massachusetts. Um, Maybe if I was around like my like immediate family, like the whole gang, maybe I would entertain it. But all the way in Florida with just a sprinkle of family and friends, not happening. Not happening.
Even with all the family, though, they've got lives too.
Bro, I
So
don't
they can't
care.
help as much as you think too,
Bro, I got
They're
s- I
like,
got I
with
got sisters, cousins back home. They all got kids. I'd be like, yo, hold me down for an hour. Hold me down for two.
Oh, if they've got kids,
Forget
that's the
about it.
easy. You could just drop kids off with
Oh,
kids.
exactly, exactly. And like vice versa. Like if I'm home, like I would expect them to do the same. So I would definitely take advantage if that option presented itself. Did you
We're
have
in a
you,
weird
you
situation.
what do you mean? You got your mom, you got your pops, you got your sister.
As far as friends go, though, like some of my friends have older kids, and then
Uh,
it's her friends who are having kids around the same time. All my friends either are MIA or they got old kids, like 15, 16-year-old kids,
yeah, yeah.
especially a lot of the girls.
Yeah, no, that is a huge age gap. It is best to have like that, like 3 to 5. Even that can be a big gap depending on the age.
And then I was thinking about
Ay,
all the times we used to order from Ming House.
dude, I was actually literally like 20 minutes before we got on the phone on this call. I'm like, damn, what was that Chinese joint that we used to order from? I wonder if he even remembers. But we would be
Why was it so fresh?
I don't know. It was delicious, bro. Like your apartments were always the vibe. Like when I tell you, after like hanging out with you for as long as I did, like my whole mentality switched. You know, when I went and had my own apartment, my own spot in New York, I was looking for record players. I was considering curtains and blinds. I was considering like the carpet shit that was for me at that point. I was always just like whatever, black, black. This is black. That's black. Maybe some red, you know. But after cooling it with you playing the records, bottle of Woodford Reserve, flowing on the mic, ordering that Chinese, I was like, all right, there's levels to this shit. There's levels to this shit. Rich gets it. I need to tap in.
Because their Chinese food restaurant was across the street, but we couldn't order from there because it wasn't good. For
Yeah,
some reason, the Ming House, every time we ordered, it was like
was
super fresh, and
popping.
I was like, "This is the
Delicious.
best Chinese food everywhere."
Delicious. It would always we'd always be kicking it for a little bit. We'd make some music for like 2 hours. And then you'd be like, yo, you trying to get Ming House? I'm like, let's do it. You read my fucking mind.
Nothing better than working a shift, going to be creative after, drink some Woodfords or
We
some
go to
wine,
Woodford.
and
You know,
then order
you
some
know,
late night Chinese.
you know what's crazy? A lot of those after a lot of those like sessions or when we would kick it, I'd be like, yo, I think I'm gonna hit the bars real quick. You trying to go? 9 times out of the 10, 9 times out of 10, you'd be like, no, Alan, I'm not trying to go.
Yeah, that was your
I'm
pregame.
I'm not trying to go. Have fun though,
I'd
bro.
be
I'm there
looking
in
at the
spirit.
clock, 11:45, 12:15. I'm like, hell
Yeah,
no, I ain't going to no bar.
yeah. Oh, it's so funny, so funny. Nah, but those are some really dope sessions. Poolside casual, all the shoots. Like you really helped me like flood my brain with like not just like creating and expressing, but being a little bit more intentional and like curating a whole like visual and telling a story, you know? So
Because what was
thank
taught
you.
to me, you're welcome, dude. Um, it was like you're a choreographer, right? And you have to not only project your message to the front row, but even the back row. So everything's a performance. If you're a waiter,
Right,
you're a performer. If
right,
you're writing poetry, like you're performing, you know?
right. Yeah.
And we used to do like stupid vocal exercises like blue
Yeah,
baby
yeah,
buggy
yeah, yeah,
bumpers,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. And
yeah.
then you
Yeah.
would just come on and you would just crush a verse or a chorus
Bro,
because you got this like dexterity.
so fun. So fun.
Yeah, that was super. That was awesome. And imagine if we knew what we were doing, because now that I think back, everything was like peaking at zero. Like
Yeah.
the mic was always too hot. Like
Yeah.
some of the
Yeah.
chords were busted up, so it'd be like, why is it all fucked up?
Staticky. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it
No,
just added to the vibe.
for sure. For sure. For sure. Good times. Good times.
Are you still a vegan?
For the most part, like I kind of like ditched the term vegan a long time ago, just because like veganism like has like this like negative connotation. You hear vegan and people are like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And like it's a
You
lifestyle
should
that
a healthy lifestyle. That's
it's a
I say
lifestyle that was
vegan,
there
but
before vegan. So I
yeah,
always tell people like I'm plant based because like if I have to, if there's nothing around, I'm absolutely starving and I'm at a party and there's these pastries and they have some egg in it, I'll fuck that shit up. I'll eat it without even batting an eye. And actually, as of late, I've actually been eating eggs. Like I couldn't help it. Like the past like year and a half. Like I work in the restaurant industry, and every time a ribeye would come out, I'd be like, damn, I want to bite of that. And I just didn't understand why. So finally, I like took a couple, like I went to a party one time with my daughter made this friend at school, and they have there was a little boy there, and his mom and dad ended up being like really, really cool. And our kids took a liking to each other. So um they would always be talking about each other, to like he would talk about her to his parents, and she would talk about him to us. So we started hanging out with the mom and dad, and the dad was super cool, mom was super cool. We'd have lots of conversations. We would talk about like lifestyle, veganism, people who only eat meat, and they would tell me how they tried it, and they just couldn't stop craving meat. They couldn't stop craving meat, and they would always be on the grill like, yo, Al, just eat this New York strip. Just try it. Just try it. And after one day, couple spliffs, glass of wine, I was like, man, fuck it. Let me have this. Let me try this New York strip. Oddly enough, I didn't like it at all. Like I was like, it. I enjoyed like how satiated, like how full I was after.
sure.
Um, But I didn't enjoy it. I was like, oh yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good without this. And then I kind of left it alone for a long time. And then started eating eggs. And now I don't crave meat at all. Every now and then, like I work at this high end steakhouse. Every now and then, when one of the $200 steaks come out, I take a bite of that shit. I'm not gonna lie. A5 Japanese Wagyu. Why not?
Yeah, it's like
But
taking a sip of fine wine. You gotta
you know what I mean?
touch it to your
It's
palate.
exactly, exactly. And like, it's like really I like their way of farming and raising cattle over there in Japan. They take it very serious. Um and there's some amazing prefectures out there, amazing farms out there. So I said, you know what? I sell this stuff. Let me start trying it every now and then. So I tap in, I tap in and have a little bit of steak, but nothing crazy.
I think we have it maybe every week and a half or so.
Yeah,
And it's not always like a strip steak that's like on a cast iron or a grill. Sometimes we'll like roast a pot roast or
yeah,
like because I like to make these like Asian soups for my lunch.
hmm,
But I'll like roast off a meat and then I'll do like a bunch of veggies, some rice noodles,
yeah,
homemade broth, and
yeah.
then some of the meat on top. And then I'd
There
put
you
a
go.
bunch of like gochujang Korean spicy sauce with it. So that's
There
like
you go.
keeps me full, but I'm also not like eating like a big sub or something, which just like
Yeah,
weighs me down
yeah, for sure.
throughout the day.
Balance, dude. Balance. It's all about balance. You
Dude,
know.
I'm a overeater though, classic overeater, because I
Same,
eat healthy, but I'll eat like 3 plates and
same,
want
same,
like cookies, not cookies. I want like peanut butter after, peanut butter and crackers with a glass
same,
of milk.
same. But I've been on my like dark chocolate tip. Like I had like 3 bowls of what we had earlier, and then I'll have some type of dark chocolate after, like really high end, just really delicious ass chocolate. And then I'm good for the day. You know, I might eat another meal, like I might eat something else in a minute. Have a little protein shake. I don't really do protein shakes that often, but real light, you know, real light.
I could never give up eggs though.
It was easy for me to give up eggs. It was hard for me to give up chicken. It was hard for me to give up chicken. Out of all the things I gave up, that was the last thing. That's how I kind of went plant-based. I cut off pork, then I cut off steak, and then I finally cut off chicken. But that shit was hard for me. No pun
I,
intended. I know people are gonna run with that. But like, of course, your black ass wanted a chicken, but man, I love
who
me some
doesn't want a
chicken,
chicken?
bro. A nice chicken. And I moved to New York City at the right when I decided to go plant based, and that's when I started getting exposed to fucking like Korean barbecue and seeing that Korean barbecue fried chicken. Oh man, that's when I really realized, yo, my mind over matter, my discipline. Fuck.
You're inspiring me to, because we were doing so good for a long time,
Yeah,
doing like pesc like fish dishes and a lot of
yeah,
vegetable dishes because we do like veggie dishes.
yeah.
And then somehow we fell away from that. Fried foods is what my killer is. Like, oh, fish and chips, fried chicken,
All
French
day,
fries, onion
all day,
rings.
all day.
But it doesn't sit good
No,
after a
no,
day.
it doesn't. It doesn't. And especially for me,
Try to do a workout.
bro, after eating some French fries or fried chicken,
You can't work
heartburn,
out for like a day.
heart burning, belly gargling, and getting all queasy. Like, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it now. You know?
So I know you've got into fit. I mean, you've always been into fitness and eating
Yep.
right and,
Yep.
and exercising. And now you're teaching Pilates,
Yeah. So
yoga.
I'm teaching all the above. You know, I teach, I got into yoga. I was already doing yoga way before Pilates. I actually
Oh,
tore my AC.
We did yoga a couple times.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I tapped into yoga like that when I was still in Massachusetts, but it was never like it wasn't like I didn't have an understanding of it. I had no idea what the hell was going on. I was just like, okay, I'm exercising. I'm getting a little stretching. Um, and then I tore my ACL and my meniscus.
No.
Yeah, in New York City, in a bar fight,
What?
in a fight at a club, bro. Tore my shit. And it was just like a wake up call, like, A, you gotta chill the fuck out, and B, you gotta figure out what you're gonna do with your leg. Cause like I didn't want to get surgery, and like no most surgeon would have been like, dude, you're not an athlete, like just try to like do some PT, you know?
So you never had it removed or
No,
fixed?
I never had it fixed. I was at a restaurant at the time, and my coworkers, there were the two girls that were there, and even before I tore my ACL, my meniscus, they'd be like, "Yo, Al, I just feel like you'd be like really, like you're a yogi, you're a yogi. Like you should come to the studio. You should come to the studio. You should come to and do this practice that we do. This particular practice. It's very approachable, beginner friendly." And I was just like, yeah, 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 for sure, for sure. But then when I tore my ACL meniscus, and they were like, yo, like this particular practice we're talking about will be perfect for it. And I still was like, yeah, I was desperate though, so I kind of started hearing them out. And then one day, when one of my coworkers was just like, "Yo, tomorrow I'm coming, like after work, or either she told me to meet her, like you're coming with me," and I was just like, "All right, bro." I went with her, did this class. I'll never forget it. Like that first class, I walked out that room. First of all, I couldn't straighten my leg after tearing my ACL, my meniscus, because like you kind of just walk with this bent knee because it hurts to lengthen. So I would walk with my knee slightly bent. After the class, leg completely straight, zero pain, like no pain at all. And I'm in this like hot ass studio. I'm like changing. I'm like, yo, what the fuck did I just do? I walk outside, the sun's brighter. the air tastes better. My water is more fresh. I'm like, damn, what the hell did I just do?
I thought you were about to get into some like story like Zach got into with I
Nah,
met these two
nah,
priestesses and they wanted to
nah,
introduce me to yoga.
nah. Listen, I respect the spiritual aspect of it. I
No
respect
shade,
the
Zach.
no shade to Zach. No shade to Zach. The Zach's a homie. He used to crack me up, but the second you said Zach, I was like,
Well, his
nah.
stories, his story started like that too.
Yeah, I
It just
believe it.
ended differently. Oh
Yeah,
no, it didn't
I
end.
believe it. Yeah.
To
Nah,
this day,
but
it's still he's holding it in.
oh, I believe it. I
No,
believe it.
I'm just playing.
I believe it. I heard about his thing, but yeah,
Gonna get
so
canceled.
yeah, that's the last thing we want. It's funny that you bring that up. Like, I've always entertained the idea of hopping on a podcast, but I was just like, yo, I'm way too much of like a skits. I'm gonna be all over the place. I'm gonna say something to get my ass canceled.
I'll bleep it out, or I just like do
Yeah,
the
bleep
snip
it
snip.
out, edit it out if I say anything out of pocket. Um,
What's
but
beautiful
yeah.
about this is no editing.
Oh, so you're just gonna put it
Just
on like this?
I just turn it on, press record, and that whatever happens happens. That's why, like,
Sheesh.
I was like usually super tired, so I was like, all right, don't just look at the guest like blank stare for 2 hours because I was
Yeah.
doing that at the beginning. I'm still doing that. I don't care. It's for vocals anyways. The
Yeah.
visual is just I just do it because
A
it's
little.
the software.
Yeah. No, for sure. We some handsome dudes though. We gotta showcase that for sure.
Oh man,
Um,
we used to do well. We used to do well at the places. Only
bro,
well, you know the
nah,
moment
bro.
when the mustache came out. That's
Bro,
when the
when
things
with the
changed.
twirl of the mustache, I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah.
like our two men, it was an interesting combination. We always did well. I always like I felt like we attracted the right groups of people, not even just girls, but like cool dudes, cool girls,
Yeah, we weren't trying there's no drama or
Nah.
push those people to the side, and if you want to come have fun, you come hang out with
Right,
everybody over here.
right, right, right.
Now with the yoga, did you
Yeah.
find your like hips loosening up and your like core getting stronger? Like how'd your
You know,
flexibility
it took a
play into
long
doing it?
time. It took a long time. If anything, I felt like more stable because the practice that I started doing um was brought over to the West by Bikram, very controversial dude, but he brought yoga to the West in a way that it hadn't been presented here before. He brought the heat, he brought this particular practice. You're doing yoga, but it's the same 26 postures, and you do them 2 times. So it's really good for people who, aren't as like mobile and loose, who can't get into like a three-legged dog or like, these crazy ass postures. And it also allows you to like really track your progress because it's easier to do that. But a lot of like one-legged moves, balancing moves. Um,
Calisthenic.
I just found that like I felt more balanced, more stable. I could feel underneath my feet more. Things started to open up throughout the years, but I would say like way later on. Like I was doing this shit in New York for like 3 years, and I was making progress. Like a lot of movements were opening, but a lot of them were still super tight. It wasn't until I moved to Florida and did like a teacher training to get certified, where I was forced to do it 2 times a day for like however long. I had to wake up at like 5, be at the studio at 6, take a class at 6:30, take another class at 9, and then we do workshop all day. And it wasn't until I did all those workshops and doing the moves over and over and over and over again that I like really started to loosen up, hips started to open up, started noticing shifts in the hips, all that shit. Um, and honestly, it wasn't until I did that teacher training um that my mind started opening to like just being like a full on like movement instructor, because I've already been personal training, weightlifting people, helping people weightlift and shit like that, but I had never um tapped into like specific modalities like yoga or Pilates or this. So after I did that, I'm like, man, I could do this. I could do this. And I kept getting certified and trying different things. And, now I have a nice lengthy list of things that I've been certified in, things that I could teach if I wanted to.
Good for
Um,
you.
yeah, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. And like, the more I teach, the more I learn, the more I practice, the more I learn. So I'm just excited to see what the future brings. A lot of people, especially men, kind of look down on it and make fun of me. Close friends, it's lighthearted and whatnot. But I know it stems from like some like real thinking, and it sucks because like men would benefit from this shit so much. Men would benefit from it so much, just as much as girls, maybe if not more, depending on whatever the men are dealing with. Um, so I'm excited to be that, that bridge, that voice that like gets people into it. Like, yo, quit being weird and come get a little Pilates session in with me. Come
Oh,
get a
how did
little
you
yoga session.
transition? Pilates looks crazy. How did you transition into Pilates? Were you
Um,
pursuing more like were you pursuing personal things and found Pilates and was like, this is the workout for me?
well, no, I had done this studio called Solid Core, and you're on this like big ass machine. It's called the Mega Reformer, and it's based off of the Reformer, which was invented by uh Joseph Pilates. So what you see on my Instagram, like, a lot of people like will repost my class, like, oh, that was a great class, Alan. Um, that's actually not Pilates. It's based off of Legree. It's
Oh.
modernized. It's modernized Pilates.
Mm.
Um, so that was easy for me to get into because I had already done solid core. And because I got my yoga certification, um, my girl was like, yo, I want to get certified too. I'm like, oh, word? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, do it. And she was like, oh, I'm going to get certified in Pilates. And at the time, I was like, I don't know what the fuck that is, but sign me up. Like, you're going to get certified in something? That's awesome. Especially if you're, using the inspiration that you got from me to do it. So she was the one that introduced like the Pilates to me in like that to that extent. Cause I had taken a couple classes at Solid Core. I had never taken like mat Pilates or anything like that. But yeah, shout out to her. She's the one that inspired me to or encouraged me to do it. We met this, she got approached by, or she met this woman at the studio that was like, you should teach at my studio, come try a class out on the house. And she took a class and was like, yo, I love it. And
It looks amazing.
it's fun. It's fun. It's fun, a lot of there's a lot of debate and discussion within the Pilates community of what's actually Pilates and what isn't. I try not to get too deep into it because at the end of the day, most people who are working out don't care. Um, but I don't know. I think it's important to entertain it, but I also don't want to get lost in it. As long as people are moving and getting into lunges or working their core or working their hamstrings in ways that they're not used to doing because they're like weightlifting or whatever, get in there. That's great.
Is there like a stretching element to it also? Like, because
Yeah,
it seems like there's
absolutely.
tension, and if you're very like weak or inflexible, maybe that tension will progress you faster.
Absolutely, absolutely. I would. It honestly depends on how serious you take it and how often you go. that, the level of how fast you'll improve naturally, just like anything else. But yeah, there's definitely a strengthening component, there's a flexibility component, there's a stability component, all things that are just perfect for the human body.
Are you still writing poetry, rapping,
I'm
music?
rapping. I rap. It's funny. My daughter, um, I would make freestyles up in front of her, and she'd be like, "What song is that?" And I'd be like, "Oh, Daddy just made it up." And she's like, "What do you mean you made it up?" And I'd be like, "Oh, I just freestyle." So now, like, we just be freestyling at the crib. She freestyles, I freestyles, her mom freestyles. We just all be kicking these flows, bro. We just be getting into it.
I try to get Miles and Via to make songs up too. They kind of look at me like, "How do I make a song up?" And I go, "You just talk about something you like."
Yeah,
And they're
yeah.
like thinking about it really hard. I was like, "Don't think about it. It's just a gut thing. Just say
Right,
whatever
right.
you feel."
Just say
But
what comes to mind.
we got to do more music in this house. Like I got the keyboards down here. I do once in a while set up the production and let them play on the keys and the pads.
Yeah.
But dude, I'm also forget how to do it. So sometimes I need to set it up the day before because they get impatient.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah,
over
yeah,
here
yeah.
trying to like, why isn't the mic coming on?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
How I used to like be like, Alan, I swear I knew how to do this before. I don't know why it's not working.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Nah, you definitely gotta come correct for the little ones.
Cause
Uh,
I like want them to learn how to make beats. Like I would rather them play on that instead of like Xbox or something.
oh yeah. I think, music is such an amazing outlet. Like being able to tap into that at a young age, powerful. Powerful.
So what when are you writing like when are you making songs? Is it like when you're prepping before a class and you got a little time before? Are you still work at the restaurant, so you got the receipt scrolls, I'm sure you get
I
to
got receive
if you're
scrolls
not busy.
sometimes when it's slow enough, I'll pull out the pen and I'll write something, but I'm finding that it's a lot harder for me to write, like whenever I do come up with like a 16 or 8 bar verse, it's usually off of like me like experiencing something and then saying it to like saying whatever I say to myself in my head and then being like, "Oh shit, like that's that's an intro to a really hard verse." And then I'll just live with that, whatever was that inspired me, I'll live with that for like another hour or two, and then I'll come up with a 16. And at that point, people around me are like, "Yo, Al's lost it." Like, buddy's talking to himself, and meanwhile, I'm writing a verse. I'm writing a verse in my head.
Can you like memorize a lot of things so that if when you do go to record, you're gonna have just like a bunch of material to kind of assemble?
I mean, I still have all my verses written down from like when we were writing a lot. Um, I think because of like my approach and my way of thinking now, I wouldn't even go into it like I used to. Like before when we with our process, I would have everything written down. I would have the chorus, I would have the hook, or I would just have the hook and the chorus and then write the verse. And then as I was writing the verse, I would like try to come up with more. I wouldn't even do it like that anymore. Like I would go into it with like, okay, this is what I want the song to be about. Here's a piece of the hook. Here's a piece of the verse. I'm just gonna freestyle the rest. On some like awesome jigger shit. Get in there and just flow as opposed to writing. Um,
It's crazy too. Probably the whole concepts are different because when you're going through you don't have a family or
a
might not
hundred
be
percent.
we would always write when we were pissed.
Yeah, yeah. I had my my content, the shit that I would write about back in the day was always the same shit. And for me, that was like the block for me. Like I was just like, I love this freestyle or I love this verse. but I wish I would add something else to it that makes it more relatable to the average listener. You know, like it never made it like yeah, dudes our age could relate to it, but no one else could. And now I feel like I just be saying shit because of what I just saw happen across the street or because what my daughter just said to me. You know, whereas before I would have never thought to put that in a song because A, I wouldn't know how to, and B, I wouldn't have the confidence to do it. I would just be like, man, that's kind of corny. I'm good. You know?
What other hobbies have you picked up in the past 10 years? Anything like skateboarding, surfing, anything?
Um, I started surfboarding. I started snowboarding a lot for a little bit. Bought a snowboard,
Oh,
bought boots, and I was boarding like crazy for a little bit, but that kind of happened like right before I left and then continued to happen for a couple of years. But then I just kind of got sick of it. Not sick of it, but I was just like, damn, I can only do this like a couple months out of the year. I don't have a car because I was in New York at the time. So I kind of fell out of that. But like hobbies, nothing really. Nothing really. Like nothing that like
that's not an
I
easel in the background there, a painting easel back there?
yeah, no, I was gonna say I've been painting. I've been painting a lot more.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's cool.
actually.
Send me a painting, bro. I got Dave Renault's abstract paintings. I need some more paintings for the
Oh
studio.
yeah, I got you. I got you. I remember Dave's painting actually. Um,
That's
yeah,
in the
no, I
back
got you.
here.
I'll make sure to send you something. It's funny. One of the
Like a little
studios,
one.
one of the studios that I teach at, they do these like cool little videos, these little workout videos of you working on the mega reformer on the machine. And the owner was just like, "Oh, I want you to have one. I want you to do one." So I did one, and it was cool. It was a vibe. And the the videographer, the cameraman, he was like, when I did it with him, he was like, "Oh, yo, what do you do outside of here?" And I was just like, "Oh, you know, like outside of lifting, outside of like fitness, like I'm really big in art. Like I love expressing myself through, you know, any type of meeting, like whether it's music or whether it's you know, painting or drawing. And his eyes like lit up. He's like, "You're an artist?" He's like, "Dude, I have this idea for like this segment that I want to do. And it's gonna be all the instructors doing, you know, the modality working out, but at the same time, it's gonna be a spin-off of what they do outside of here." And at the time I was like, "Oh, yo, that sounds
Sick.
cool. That sounds cool. Like I like it. Like, yeah, keep me in mind. I would love that. Like I'm always down for a video. I'm always down for a shoot." Fast forward like a couple of months, he hits me up and he's like, "Yo, remember what I was telling you about?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, I wanna like shoot a segment with you and you like doing the workout and displaying your art." And I'm like, "Oh shit, like yeah, I'm down. Like that sounds great." And he's like, "Okay, like let's do it like as soon as possible." And that's when I was like, "Oh shit, soon as possible. What you mean like soon as possible? Like how soon?" He's like, "Oh, I was thinking like a month."
Today.
I'm like, "Oh god, a month?" Little does he know, like, I have like, all my pieces are unfinished. I hadn't actually sat down and, like, created anything in, like, years. So all of the things that I have, you know how it is when you grow and you look at your stuff back in the day, and you're just like, "Oh, that's kinda trash, like, I'm probably better than this now." That was how I felt about all my pieces. So, after we got off the phone, bro, I drove my ass to Blick, bought, like, 5 canvases, as much paint as I could afford, brushes, and I got to work, dude. I painted so much, drew so much in like the span of a month and a couple of weeks. And we did the shoot a couple weeks ago. The paintings I presented weren't finished. Obviously, when he shows it in the video, and people aren't gonna really know that unless you're an artist and like you'd be like, "Oh, he didn't finish the shading there." Um, but it was great. It pushed me, you know, it pushed me to like sit down and actually paint. You know, it's remarkable what what we could do as people once you put those borders down on you and keep those margins super slim. Like I was painting 10, 12 hours a day trying to bang this shit
A
out.
month. I would have
Yeah.
said, "Alan, we're shooting it tomorrow, buddy." And you'd
Oh,
be like,
I would have been like,
"No."
I would
I'd
have
be
been
like,
like,
"All
oh,
right,
bro,
5
nah.
days."
I'd have been like, oh, no, dude, no, we can't, we can't. But
When you
it ended
paint,
up coming out really cool.
do you sketch it out first or do you just
So,
like freestyle?
typically, yes. Typically, like, you want to draw it out. You want to figure out like the composition. You want to figure out like what size canvas you're gonna put it on. You want to figure out the colors.
I'm picturing it to be like Action Bronson,
Bro, I have
abstract,
none of
like
that.
what
I have time for none of that
what
shit.
what do you do? Like a landscape? Do you do like portraits?
So that's the thing. As an artist, like I don't have my style. I've kind of been just like painting
Same.
characters. I've been painting characters. I will paint scenes or I will draw scenes. I have like pictures of different iconic pieces from different artists that I've always said to myself I want to recreate. I actually have one of them right here. Let me show you. An exclusive. You seen it here first. So one of my favorite artist, Jean-Michel Basquiat, he had this piece of a head, like a skeleton. So let's set this up. And I've had it on my t-shirt for years. You probably see me in it because I used to wear it back in the day. And I always said to myself, yo, I want to recreate that. I want to recreate that. Well, I finally did it. And I call it Wait to Exhale. Let's see if I can get it in the back.
Dude, that is I love
Pretty,
that.
pretty gangster,
Uh,
right?
Dude, it's like a modern Bitches Brew by Miles Davis. It's got like 70s uh
I'm
vibe, but it's
I'm
like a
happy you said
modern.
it, because that's what I was going for, like modernized, abstract, jazz. Um, I
Is
also
that
wanted to
you? Is
do
that a self-portrait?
I mean,
There's
who knows?
elements of you in it, but
I see me in it, but like the more I look at it, I think about one of my homies from New York. His name's Garrett. It looks just like him. I showed it to him before. I didn't tell him that it's him, but I think it might be him if anything. But
yeah.
yeah, waiting to exhale.
Dude,
I'm proud of
cool.
it. I
I
banged it
wasn't
out in it.
expecting that.
I banged it out in a
That's
day, dude. I
yeah,
banged it
man.
out
It's
in the
I feel like you could do like a lot of different things in that style. That. What do
Yeah,
you think
no.
is missing from it to be your style? Like what do you want to incorporate in
I
the
mean,
future?
with that one, I don't know. Just because, like, if you see the original, like, it's close to the original. Like, I can't really call it. I love abstract, but as I was painting it, I was having fun, but I wasn't challenged. Like, that was very easy for me. Like, I could probably paint like one of those a day. Um, So it's not really what I'm going for. If I were to like take this like serious as I plan on taking it, I want to really focus on realism. I want to tackle like really gut wrenching topics and paint people who you wouldn't really see painted portrayed in a very classy, elegant way. I want to take some like ratchet ass dude with like, gold teeth and like, crazy hair. And I want to put him in like a suit of armor from like the Renaissance era. And like, like some Caravaggio type of effect where the whole the scene behind him is black and there's just light shining down on him. That's what I envision my style being like, but who knows? Who knows?
Nice.
I'm playing with it now. You see the easel in the back. I painted something. I touched something up today. And again, I'm just trying to look for what makes sense to me, what feels right, you know?
Yeah, every time I paint, it kind of turns into a jumble because I keep adding more and more and more and more.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I never sketch something out because I never know what to sketch because I'm just like,
Dude, Pinterest, man. Pinterest is your best friend, you know? I go on Pinterest and I just scroll. I scroll, look for references, reference pictures. If I see something I really love, I just save it. And I'm like, okay, maybe I'll somehow, some way incorporate what I love about this into this next piece. You know,
Did you ever see my AI girls? Like some of them had TVs as head, some of them had cat as
I
head,
think I did. I think I did.
and they had similar color schemes to your painting.
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
only did like a series of like 3 of them. When AI images first started coming out, I like did some like edition 1 stuff.
yeah.
Should revisit those. Those were cool.
You should, dude. You should. You never know. A lot of artists, they don't tap into their like iconic run until they're in their like 35s, 40, 45, 50. So
Well,
it's never,
you know my problem. I get too excited about the next thing, the next
dude,
hobby. I don't take time to learn it. I just want to do it and I learn it as
same,
fast as I can and then I do the output and then I move on to the next thing.
same, same. I mean, that was my biggest obstacle with these paintings because like A, I was in my head thinking I only have like a month to do it. B, um I was just like getting so giddy over that next piece. I'm like, damn, let me just touch that one up real quick. No. Let me go back to this. No. Let me. I had 5 paintings that I wanted to create. I only ended up doing 3 because of that. Like wanting to hop on to the next thing.
How did you land in Florida? You were in New York and then did you go home at all or did you just go down
Nah,
south?
like nah. I came straight here from Florida. I mean, from New York. The plan was to come down here for 6 months during the winter, and then after those 6 months, go back up to Massachusetts for 6 months so we could feel out which one we liked. Because in my mind, I was like, "Yo, I'm moving back to Mass. Like, I'm trying to be close to the fam. I'm trying to have my family close to my daughter as she grows up and like, you know, it turns into the human being that she's gonna grow into." That was my idea. We got down here. We got down here September. September comes and goes, October comes and goes, November comes and goes. Weather is like 75 degrees. We're from New York City where there's trash everywhere to there being like zero trash anywhere. Landscaping is always immaculate. I'm like, I might just fuck around and stay here. Started going to Miami, partied in Miami a little bit. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm staying here. I'm staying here for a little bit longer, for sure. And then
Seems
here
like
we
a
are.
great place to live. People
It's
say it's
fun.
just
It
for
has its perks.
retiring, but
But it has its perks. It has its perks. I mean, right now, I mean, the weather is you can't beat it. Like we have a little cold front right now where it's cold in the morning and rainy, but then you get the sun that comes out by like 11, 12. By 1, it's like 80 degrees, perfect breeze, nice heat in the sun, nice cool in the shade. And it's like that until like what? Like another month. It's perfect. It's nice. Summertime is no joke, but it's nice in the winter time here, man. It's really nice. I'm happy I moved.
yeah, and it just the sun and the air is so good for us as humans. You
Dude,
know, it
it's
can get tough up north when you're stuck in the house for 4 or 5
100%.
months. I mean,
100%.
I'll get myself out there. I don't care, dude. I'll throw a headlamp on. I'll go chop wood outside in 0-degree weather just
Yeah.
because I need to get outside.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. For sure.
But it's tough with the kids and there's snow
Yeah.
on the ground and you're stuck in the
Yeah.
house. And Florida's looking mighty nice when you're stuck up here in 0-degree weather for a
It's
long time.
it's nice, dude. It's nice. Like I came home from work this morning, took my daughter outside, did some ladder work with her, played a couple games outside, burnt her out, And then I was just like, "Oh, do you wanna play another game?" She's like, Daddy, I kinda wanna go inside." And that's when I was like, "Alright, I'm good. Let me take it
That's
back
how we
inside."
are. We're not a family who enjoys, like, too much TV or too like, we like a balance of, doing, like, a physical thing, getting
Yeah,
fresh air,
yeah,
going on a little mission, and then it's so much more enjoyable to come home and have some dinner together and maybe watch a little show. But if you're
yeah,
stuck in the house, if it's show after show after show, or you're just like, we usually can come up with creative ideas like, let's take all your ramps out and build a city, or like let's put paper all on the floor and we'll build a whole racetrack, we'll draw it.
yeah.
There's ways to like keep them occupied, but nothing's better than getting fresh air for 2, 3 hours.
No, for sure, for sure. No, it makes a big difference. It makes a big difference having, like, some type of,
how
getaway.
how was it finding like an apartment, and did you move right away to Fort Lauderdale?
No, I was in Miramar for a little bit. I was in Miramar for a year, so that's, like, in Miramar is in it probably, like, smack down in the middle, a little bit more inland between Fort Lauderdale and Miami. Um, so I was in Miramar for a little bit, kind of bouncing back and forth between Miramar and Miami. Um, and then, like, around the time that I moved, there was just such a huge influx of people that moved here. It was just, like, crazy. Everything just
Oh,
took
because of
so.
COVID?
Yeah, like, a lot of people
Oh
moved
shit.
here. It was, like, impossible for me to get my license down here because the DMV was so backed up.
Damn.
Like backed up in ways that you know how the DMV is just notorious for being shit. This was next level. I mean, like, you had to book an appointment, and there were no appointments for, like, 3, 4, 5 months. You'd book the appointment. The day of the appointment would come up, you'd get an email saying your appointment was canceled, or you'd show up and they'd say, "Oh, you don't have an appointment. We don't have an appointment with you. You gotta read." Oh man, it was hell. Took forever for me to get my DMV. And the same thing went for, like, apartments. It was, like, really hard to find apartments. Like, anything that was, like, of quality would get taken up real fast. Um, and then even the shit ones would get taken up real fast. So it was just, like, crazy.
Those
So
get taken the fastest.
that's kinda why we moved to Fort Lauderdale, because, like, every apartment that we seen that was closer to Miami, it was cool. It just it just wasn't happening. Like, the HOA would be crazy. Um, it's a bunch of shit. So Fort
I
Lauderdale was
mean,
promising.
I'm not, maybe you're different, but I'd prefer to be outside of the big city a little bit anyways. Could
Oh,
always
no,
travel
no.
into it.
For sure, for sure. I think, everything really happens for a reason. Us being forced to settle down in Fort Lauderdale was perfect. It kinda stopped me from wanting to go to Miami and party. Um, I was around more like-minded people because Fort Lauderdale is a little bit more like family-esque, a little slower pace. It's starting to get crazy here too, but it's still a lot more family-oriented. So it was a
Sweet.
perfect. Yeah, it was a perfect move.
Can people like reach out to you to do like training, or do
Oh,
you
yeah,
only do it
yeah.
locally?
Yeah, yeah, no, I have a client right now. Um, I train him and his wife at his house. But they leave in the summertime. So they're getting ready to leave in May. And last summer they left and they were just like, "Man, we really want you to keep training us like the training we have in Maine. We don't feel like she's gonna be able to work us out the way that you do." So I told them to get a bunch of weights that they have at their house, the same setup that they have at their house, get at their house in Maine. And I would train them on Zoom 2 times a week. You know?
Sweet.
But for the most part, all my clients are like, I meet them at their facility or they meet me at mine. And then we get like an hour and a half, hour and 15, or maybe just an hour workout. And all ages. I have a client that's 83, and then
Dope.
my youngest client was this 12-year-old kid that he just moved, but I was training this 12-year-old kid for a little bit. So I've got experience with all ages, all demographic, guys, girls. It's cool. It's really cool.
So you're probably staying in Florida for the long haul at this point.
I mean, it was easy for me to like pack up and move from Massachusetts to New York. It was easy for me to pack up and move from New York to Florida. It wouldn't be as easy for me to pack up and move from Florida anywhere else. A, because I have kids. B, because now, like, I can't work at a restaurant full time. I just can't. And you know how it is when you work at a restaurant, like you could just pick up and go to your nearest city and you'll probably be fine. But I don't have another job that would allow me to do that. And my clients, like, I depend on them heavily right now. If I were to lose all
Mhm.
my clients, I would have to go back full time to my restaurant until I recruit clients again. Not to say that it wouldn't be possible, but it would definitely be, some effort, be some type of a headache, you know.
You should make a school.com account.
I want to. I plan on like offering like some type of program that people could buy. Thing is, as much as I love the fitness aspect of everything and whatnot, it's not it's it's not like it's a job. It's my work. It's not my job. Like painting, writing, anything artistic, anything expressive, like I feel like that's my job. Like I was put here to do that shit. Like I could sit down and start creating and I look at the clock and it says 6:15. I go back to work thinking 15 minutes went by and I look at the time and 2 hours went by. Like I don't feel like it's like time doesn't exist with that. And I feel like that's how it should be for everyone. Like your work should not feel like work. Like, it's your calling. It's what you were meant to do, and fitness, I love it. I love it. I
I
have
think
so much fun doing it. I'm changing lives. I got people saying that they're stepping out of cars in ways that they couldn't. People telling me that they can jump and they couldn't, and that's super refreshing and it's rewarding, but it doesn't do the same thing that this art does for me?
well put.
Yeah, man. So I'm artist through and
See, I
through.
am tired because I just went blank. I was going to ask you something and I forgot.
Wake your ass up.
Yeah. What else you want to talk about?
Oh man, let's see. What else could we talk
You
about?
want to you want to do a push-up contest?
Boy, you know I smoke you. You don't want these problems.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, push-ups are like my expertise right now. Like I could do 50 push-ups in a row, like nothing. But my legs, yikes. Yikes, yikes,
Can you
yikes.
do 50 pliés, ballet pliés though?
Listen, if I have to, absolutely.
I know you could. Oh, I know you
Absolutely.
could.
Zero judgment. I don't even care. Like I be in these yoga classes doing these movements, and then sometimes like I'll be in it. Like, I'll be in, like, some weird posture or not weird, but, like, what would be deemed as weird by, like, the outside looking in, and I'll look at myself, and I'll be like, "Yo, like, this is crazy, like, my butthole's really out in the open right now." Like, yeah, I have my shorts on, but, like, I'm in this, like, super vulnerable position right now, and, like, 10 years ago, I would've looked at me and been like, "What the are you doing right now? Happy baby? What?"
Like when we were doing all the breath work in the yoga class and looking over at each other like,
Right.
"Yo,
Well, what
what
is
are we
this?
doing?"
What is this?
But I felt great after.
Dude, it makes sense. it made sense. Now that I have the understanding that I have, I'm hip to the human anatomy and how far the breath goes. I take that shit serious. That's
Do
like
you,
the most important part of my practice now.
do you see yourself putting out like your art on like live or putting it up on social, or is it more like you separate technology in that because it's more of like a
Yo, that's a good
physical.
question. That's a good question, and I have thought about it. Um, I actually just signed up to get this mentor, and I've been on his Instagram a couple of times, and he's phenomenal. Like his
Wait,
work
you broke up.
is.
You got a mentor
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I
for
see it saying reconnecting. Yeah, no, I got this mentor, and his work, shit.
dude, that's so funny you're saying that cuz can you hear me?
No, it's saying reconnecting.
He we lost you, bud.
No,
He's
yeah,
updating.
you got me. I'm here.
Yeah, you're back, dude. You
I
were
bet.
just telling me you got a mentor.
Yeah, yeah. So I got this mentor, and his work is crazy. Like he's clearly been doing it for a long time, and I got on a webinar with him, and he was talking because he was offering like uh this class, this course, and I got on a a webinar with him to really feel him out to see if he actually knows what he's talking about. And just off of like hearing him talk and seeing his work, he clearly knows what he's talking about, but he doesn't have that much art on the gram. He barely has anything. He has like the same like 5 pieces that he kind of circulates. And I'm realizing it's because, he has his arts that he presents at the exhibits. And then, he has his art that he presents to like commissions and whatnot. And then he has the art that he posts online to get that traffic. Um and now I'm
This
like,
is the mentor?
yeah, this is the mentor. And that got me kind of
Oh,
like
cool.
thinking to myself, like, not everything that I create has to be put front row and center on the gram. And honestly, like that has always been the most troubling idea for me because I'm very private. I'm very, very private. I don't like sharing anything. So sharing my art just seems like, what the fuck? Like, no, I'm not trying to do that. So now I'm like, yeah, you don't have to share all your art. You can share some of it. You can share um the 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 how it came about or how it started to come about, but I don't have to show the finishing product.
That's
So
cool.
I'm definitely
Dude,
not
we're
gonna
on the
show all.
same wavelength. 2026, we're on the same wavelength. I was like, this is the year I'm getting a leadership coach or a mentor. I
Yeah,
started reaching out to other people who are solo
yeah,
marketers because I've been a solo marketer and I feel like I don't know any other ones. So I've been
yeah.
getting lunch with people and just like
Hell
trying to
yeah.
learn what they're doing.
Hell
But
yeah.
the leadership coaching's interesting. I've got it dialed down. I've got like 4 people I did 45-minute calls with because yeah, it's a little expensive at this level for like marketing, like it's a
I can
leadership, it's a coach that helps you with all aspects of growth, but
right.
focused on your career and then what you're doing outside of work and
Right.
your life too. So there's like 3 things they hit. I haven't picked one yet, but I'm interested to see how it's going to change my life or not, but it's just like I feel like very successful people or very happy people, they always say my mentor or my
Mentor.
leadership
Always.
coach.
Always.
So, I'm
Always.
for it. I want someone to like
You gotta keep going, dude.
guide.
Keep going with that idea. And like I'm fingers crossed that this mentor is everything that I expect him to be because like you just said, like it's a pretty penny. Like I'm about to drop a pretty penny on this, but I'm just at the point where it's like, dude, it's like now or never. Like you
You
can't
got to
just be
invest in yourself.
you gotta invest in yourself. Yeah, you're gonna fuck up and probably invest in the wrong person that you expect to help you out every now and then. But that doesn't change the fact that you gotta take that leap. you know?
And they give you ideas like, who are you networking with? All right, I'm gonna help you network with the right people because right
Right,
now I don't see you networking with the right people. They
right,
just give you like these little pushes like, why don't you have 10 recommendations on LinkedIn?
right,
He's
right.
like, we're gonna facilitate that. This week we're gonna work on that.
Nice, nice. No, and that is so important because a lot of the times, like, we think these things in our careers, like, it's like, oh yeah, obviously, but like to actually go and do it is a whole different topic. You're gonna procrastinate, you're gonna make excuses. So when you have that person who can be like, yo, do this. And then in the back of your mind, you're like, shit, I just spent 2 racks on this guy. Listen to what he has to say and take it serious.
And I thought like, "Oh, I can turn the camera on, I'm gonna make YouTube videos." The second I turned the camera on, I was blank, dude.
Like,
If you go and watch some of my YouTube videos from the past year, you're gonna die laughing because some of them are so uncomfortable and cringe, but I was like,
like,
"No, you're making a video today or this week, and like it's gonna be cringe because you're not comfortable." And then, I
right.
started getting an idea of like, how do I put out content and get better on camera and and that's where the podcast came in. And I was like, all right, I could do a podcast. It's just like I'll get more comfortable on camera. It'll be content that I can put out constantly. Dude, I could put out probably 900 reels, because I've got all these reels from all these talks and I've only done 10 episodes. But I also don't have a goal for the podcast, so I think that's something I got to work out. Oh, I'm losing you.
Man, I killed like 3 fruit flies here already. So mad about Whoa, this is a bad one.
We're still here, ladies and gentlemen. We're just having some technical difficulties. There is a tornado in Florida right now over the Fort Lauderdale
What?
area. Alan is taking shelter in his basement. He's grabbing his easel, he's grabbing his paintings and his children, and they're heading underground.
Bro, maybe that's why you keep breaking up because you just broke up now. Um, you saw that there's a tornado warning?
No, there is one? I just made that up.
Oh, I thought you saw that there is one. I was like, oh, there's not because it's been raining here nonstop for the past like 3, 4 days. So I wasn't sure if it had grown into that. But
Well, we're like keep breaking up, so I guess we could call it a go. I think we had a good run, right?
that wasn't bad. I had fun. I had fun.
Yeah, that was super fun.
We talked a lot about
Dude, the best part is now we get to go like we can do our walkie-talkie voice recordings back and forth.
but what do you
Cuz
mean?
now I talk to everybody. Everybody I've been on the podcast with, like
Nice.
once a week, I'm always like, "Yo, what's going on, bro?"
Oh
I
yeah,
send them like
hell
audio
yeah.
messages when I'm driving.
Ah, yeah, I like
It's
that. I
been
like that. I
cool.
like that. I like that.
And dude,
I like
things
that.
change. Like my first guest, Chris Parks, I can't wait to talk to him because he's like 50 days clean and sober. His
Oh
whole
hell yeah.
life has changed.
Oh hell yeah.
He and I didn't even know he was going through, I knew he was like going through something, but I didn't know exactly what. And now he's gonna,
Yeah.
we're gonna link up and share. And
Nice.
dude, last
Yeah,
night I
that
talked to my eighth grade religion teacher.
what?
Yeah, my eighth grade religion teacher. We talked last night. He lives in Kansas now.
How the hell did you set that up?
Dude, I have like not I'm not lying, I have like 60 people on a thing that are just like I send out like 10 messages a week like, "Hey, I got these nights open. Anybody want to link up?" And
Nah,
usually one or two people like will be like, "Yeah, I'll link up." So that
nah.
really there's no pressure. Like I just send out a mass thing to like 10 people a week and usually one or two pick up.
Nice. That's cool. That's cool. No, this is a I like this. This is a really solid idea. It's a really solid idea, you
Right
know.
before we broke up, I was just saying I think I need to pick a goal for it though. Like what is the result I'm hoping to get after doing this for a certain amount of time?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think when you choose when you decide who you're going to choose as your mentor, that should be one of the main questions that you want answered, because a good mentor will be able to kind of be like, hey, yes, I provide all these services, but my main point of what I do is this, like
Funny
my,
enough, funny enough, I do have all those goals set out in
yeah,
stone because I did so many calls with people and they were asking the same questions. So I kind of
yeah,
already had an idea. But what I
yeah.
was saying was I need a goal for the podcast.
Oh, for the
Yeah, like
podcast.
what's the result? Like what happens? Do I run out of people? Do I just keep going? I was thinking last night too because I found Darrell on Facebook. I was like, Facebook should be sponsoring this. This is how I'm literally finding these people to do the podcast.
Yeah. Oh, that's how. Oh, Darrell's the religion teacher.
Yeah.
Nice. No, what the goal should be is as you continue and you start to get that traffic and you start to get more crowds of people, you're gonna start attracting even higher in their career type individuals. You fuck around, get Elon Musk on here. You could turn into like a Joe Rogan, you know?
That'd be dope. I would love to
That'd be
have a
lit, bro.
studio.
Hella dope. That's your next thing. You gotta like come up with like a
Oh,
studio setup,
bro,
a
and we could if I'm
dope
interviewing
logo.
a high profile dude, we could just talk about like growing up, like
Yeah.
hobbies.
Yeah, yeah,
What
yeah, yeah, yeah.
where were you where you come from? Where you were living, what was the transition through life like to end up where
Yeah,
you're at? And then
for
what does the
sure.
future hold?
For sure.
Maybe
you gotta be comfortable touching some touchy subjects, you know? You
yeah.
need that clickbait.
I want to
Because
talk to Mark
we were we were
Zuckerberg.
we were very political. We were very neutral. We were very clean and like,
I don't think I'll ever be like that though.
yeah, yeah.
I just maybe I'm bland in the fact that I'm just like having fun catching up with friends and
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
I don't want to press buttons really
for
but
sure.
that's but you're right. Like if we could find a way to do this but in a more interesting way, like how do we jazz it up and make moments
And
more viral and
right. Because you can stay within your your threshold. Stay within that moral compass that you like to be in, but still have a viral moment.
like did you see Bobby Altoff and Drake doing the interview in their bed? I
That's
should have
actually
flew down to Florida and we should have did it from the bed.
yeah. See, that would I don't know if I would do that, but that would be that would be a perfect example of a moment that could potentially go viral.
No, should I get Cassie to do it and we'll do a podcast, husband
Oh,
wife podcast from the bed?
that would be now you can't do the bait because it's already been done. You gotta go a completely different direction.
Well, it's kind of meta because it has been done. So it's like, oh, let's just be in the bed like Drake and but
Yeah,
we're
yeah, yeah, yeah,
actually
yeah.
married. I bet people are already doing that.
Probably,
Or
probably.
we
I'm
could.
sure.
You need to text Dave Renault and be like, why have you not done the podcast yet with Rich Marks? He's
Dave
busy.
might fuck around and be the one to get you go viral.
Yeah,
Dave might be the one. That's
cool.
fun.
So what are you doing tomorrow? You getting up early? You working?
Yeah, I actually have this class that I teach every Friday morning at 6:30. So
Nice.
I'm up at the ass crack, getting ready to get there. And then I teach the class and I have a client after. And I hang out for a couple of hours and then I end the night at the restaurant. I work at the restaurant. So Friday's a tough
That's a
one.
long ass day, bro.
Friday's a tough one for me. Friday's really tough. And it's even tougher because then Saturday morning I have to wake up early again. And then I got two classes that I teach.
Yeah,
So
the service when you're in the service of teaching a class, Probably the weekend is that busy. That's the day
Dude, it's
everybody goes.
it's intense. Saturday is the busiest day there. Actually, I taught 2 classes today, and they were both of them are super, super busy. So kind you never know. Like sometimes the weekday might throw you a curveball. Um, but for me, it's just like the days where I teach classes and then have clients and then have that little break and then go into a restaurant and wait. Bruh, talk about like your social battery. Dude, I be like, don't talk to me.
Yin,
Like
that's like
all
a
the all
yin
the
and
other
yang day.
all the other servers in like, the back of the house, I'm like, not today.
Alan, will you go out with us
What's
tonight?
wrong, Alan? What's wrong? I'm
Why
like,
are you so
bitch,
grumpy?
I've been talking for 4 hours. I don't want to talk anymore. I'm just here
And
so I
then
don't get fired.
your boss is like, Alan, there's friggin' 22 MILFs lined out the door for your class again. What are you doing, buddy? And you're like, nothing. I'm just teaching the class.
Nah, it's actually like very respectful in regard to that. Like the ladies are very respectful. I don't really like I've never I mean I have, but I don't really have any crazy stories regarding like girls hitting on me or anything like that. Florida is very superficial and like girls aren't putting themselves out there like that out here, you know. Like they expect a dude to do that full fledged. So I'm lucky in that regard. But everyone, the girls, guys, everyone's like super respectful. Like I've never
Some
gotten the weird vibes. You know,
many
if
I
anything,
remember
if anything,
many
I'm sure
nights
girls. If anything, I'm sure girls be like, "This guy is so nice. He wants me. He wants me." If anything, it's probably that every now and then.
you get
It's probably
these
that I
older
don't.
ladies, a couple martinis and a bottle of wine, and then all of a sudden they're making mustache comments. They're like, who is your dark friend over there? And I'm like, yo, ladies, this is a restaurant. This is a family restaurant. Take it easy.
No, no.
Send him over here with the mustache.
Yeah, if anything, I get like some weird vibes, weird remarks at the restaurant. The group classes, none. But the
Yeah.
restaurant,
Oh, they're drinking. Things
they're
get weird.
drinking, they're a couple of cocktails in, couple of glasses of wine in. Now they're reaching for your arm, your wrist, your hand.
Because doing this performance and you're like, oh, that's $100 tip right there. But
Yeah,
they don't
yeah,
know what you're thinking.
yeah, yeah.
And they're like, oh,
Smiling extra big, like, oh yeah, it's fine. Walk away 2 seconds later, like, oh my God, get me out of this.
no, you're
Get me.
totally saying that wine correct, sir. Here's your, you know, here's your bolo.
Yeah. Yeah, here's your bolo.
All right, man. Well, much appreciate you
Yeah,
linking up and doing
yeah,
this.
it's been
I'm
real.
excited to
Real.
see some art from you. And
Yeah, bro. I'm definitely, that's why I'm happy I talked about it today because I don't typically talk about it like a lot of people that have heard about the shoot. They're like, oh shit, I didn't even know you painted. And like I'm sure a lot of people that I've known for the past couple of decades are gonna be like, what the fuck? Uh
dude, get a high quality app on your phone. You probably already have it for recording.
mhm.
Send me a freestyle. I got beats on I got hundreds of
Oh,
beats.
bro,
I
I'm down.
just send me like the format. You get me a hook or a chorus.
Mm,
I'll do what I need to do and get me 1 or 2 verses, 3 verses. Send me the
bro, I'm
raw
down.
audio and I'll try to build something. I haven't done it in a while. It'd be fun.
I'm down. Send me a beat so I can get inspired and see what I should do. See what I should do to it. Cause honestly,
Check
that's
out
usually how it works for me.
you might freak out. You probably already have it. Suno, it's an AI beat making
No,
app.
I don't.
Dude, you can just like say, make me a hip hop beat at 88 BPMs in the style of the Fugees and Tribe Called Quest. And you could just keep hitting
God,
regenerate and it'll
that's
just make a beat. Or you can
that's
even like
crazy.
hum in the melody and say, make a beat in this
What?
style from the melody.
Bro, don't
or
tell me.
you could put in your lyrics and it'll make a beat based off your lyrics.
Bro, don't tell me that.
Yeah.
I literally the other day made an oath to stop using AI. Literally
I
just
mean,
the other
you
day.
we used to crawl YouTube just to crawl YouTube for beats.
That listen. I'm notorious for going on YouTube, typing in peace soul instrumental or whatever type of producer that I'm hip to, and then just going crazy from that. But it's tough for me. Like I try not to go on random people's beats because I get so attached to the beat, and it's like, "Man, I can't even use this shit. You know, like I could release it, but I can't do anything with it. If it, God forbid, I like make a verse on a random person's beat, and the verse and the track is perfect. I'll punch myself in the head. You know,
Well, the couple songs we made got flagged on Facebook, and they unreleased the claim.
really.
Yeah, I mean, it was up for a while, and then I got notices like, "Hey, this beat is now free use or something," or
Oh,
they just
cool.
the artist just said, "You know what? Everyone have it."
Yeah,
So all
that's
those beats
cool.
we took from YouTube are like online.
Free
They're not
now.
like, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's actually cool. That's actually cool. Now I'll jump on a beat. I feel like I'm in this era of my life where it's just like confidence
You know who's really killing it
doesn't matter.
in that sense? I like Nas's new stuff.
I love Nas's new stuff. I
Wow.
love the old school rappers that are still tapping in and showing that they
He
still
just
got what it
made
takes.
he talks about what's going on now. It's like relevant. And
Yeah. And
he's
it's
always
timeless.
been nasty though.
Yeah, nah, I love it. I love when these older rappers come back and pop out and do their thing.
Yeah,
It
because
encourages me.
what new rappers are there's a couple that are interesting to me, but none of them really stick out. I can't find rap I like sometimes. I go back to
I hear
like
that. I hear
80s
that.
and 90s.
It's crazy also if you really look at like the rap game and like who are some of the top performing rappers. Bro, they're all like 30 plus. They're
Did you put me
all
on to this guy Nav?
yeah. Yeah. He's
I
up
thought he
there
was pretty
too.
cool. Yeah.
He's up there too. He's a little reckless, but he's up there.
Who did you used to listen to? What's that? It's called Blanco. Who's that rapper?
I don't
The album
remember.
was called Blanco, I think. Used to bump
Wow.
it in my car a lot.
Really? Oh, I think you're talking about Sir Michael Rocks.
No,
No? I don't know. I'm trying to think who it is. I'm not, I
I'm gonna
can't.
Google it. Not Blue. Maybe I got the album wrong. I don't know. I'll text you when maybe
Yeah,
it's not
please
called
do.
Blanco.
Please
Ab
do.
Soul? Maybe is it Ab Soul?
Oh, I love Absol. If it is Absol, love Absol. I don't really
I
listen to
think
his music as often now, but
yeah, I think it's Ab Soul.
love
Cause
Abs.
I was like, I don't know if I'm feeling this. And then you had me listen to this album and I was like, oh, this album's pretty good.
Yeah. Nah,
And I liked it.
he has some good work. He had some good work. I love Absol. TDE in
Do you,
general, I just love him.
do you ever get a little bit sad when it's like around Mac Miller's death?
Yeah, like
I feel a little weird when the anniversary comes up.
yeah,
Not
nah, I
because I'm
definitely
like I love him, but just like that Faces mixtape and everything after that, I was like, this dude is evolving. So I'm saddened by like
yeah, no, I'm
that.
definitely excited because like he's gone way too early.
Yeah,
Way too
Swimming came out post mortem, but the album before that was fire too.
Yeah, no, I remember when that mixtape came
Yeah.
out and like I remember being like, Rich, whatever you do, drop it and listen to this fucking mixtape. And I'll never forget, it took you a little bit. And then when you finally listened to it, you were just like, what the fuck is this dude on?
Going off on beats and
Going
lyrics.
off.
26 tracks or something on in a Mother's Day mixtape, dropping it for free. I was
Fire.
like, I was like, something sparked in him.
Singing
Something's
it on
interesting.
tracks.
He's different. There's something different about him. He's evolving. He's not
Yeah,
like
no,
getting worse.
Yeah, he definitely evolved for the better. He's gonna do big things. He was gonna do big things. He definitely passed too early. Rest in peace, Mac Miller Mac. I still bump his
Miller,
stuff.
Miller, Miller Mac. Yeah,
Miller Mac. I still bump his stuff religiously. Just his shit is timeless, you know.
cool. All right, man. Have a good weekend if I don't talk to you.
Yeah, bro, you too, you too. It's been real. Thanks for having me on here. Let's catch up soon.
Whoa, what's LOA? Let's go.
LOA is whatever you want.
Laugh out always.
Love, love, love,
Love over
LOA, but
anger.
yeah, love over anger. Um,
Let's offer assumptions.
it's
Um,
anything. And that's kind of what I wanted it to be. You know how Wheezy just be like, it's Wheezy F baby and the F is for phenomenal. Or it's Wheezy F baby and the F is for fuck you or whatever. Like, same type of thing, you know?
yeah. Okay. So you're not gonna tell us. All right.
I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not
It's
gonna tell you.
everything. It's
That's
nothing and
everything.
it's everything.
Exactly. Exactly. It's one persona out of many. It's a Gemini being a Gemini, you know?
I'm gonna try to go to bed, but my energy is so high right now.
Nah,
It's gonna be
that's you,
hard.
bro. That's you. I'm about to knock the fuck out. I'm about to pop these magnesiums, a little red reishi, call it a night.
I'm about to eat a sleeve of club crackers with a jar of peanut butter and 2
Oh, you
glasses of
sleep?
milk. No, I'm not gonna do that. I would never
I
sleep if I did that.
I was about to say I could not sleep after eating that. I'd be up all night.
I'm gonna eat a big jug of ice cream, Ben and Jerry's. No, I'm
Man,
not.
nah, I
Dude,
need my dark chocolate.
I took like 10 bites of a Ben and Jerry's ice cream one night and I was like shaking from the sugar.
I believe it.
I was like, "Yo, how do people do this?"
Yeah, people eat that whole little tube too sometimes, like that
Dude,
whole
I don't
shit.
even want to read the label. I was like, "Is this even for human consumption?"
No, it usually isn't. That's the thing. I think last time I had a tube of ice cream, I threw up, but I didn't eat it the whole thing on purpose. It was one of those like I was watching a movie and it was this delicious. It was so fucking good.
I
It
mean,
was
it's
like
like a bag of chips. Can you really just eat one? They're like you
you
just want to
can't.
keep eating them.
Next thing I know, I'm at the bottom of this cup and I finished it. And it was it was relatively healthy ice cream. It wasn't healthy, but it wasn't like, your typical, it's like some bougie shit, minimal ingredients. I still yacked my brains out. Threw up. Now, when I have ice cream, it's super easy. Like, I'm like, yeah, I'm good with a scoop. I'm good with two.
I mean, you
Maybe
could just
two if I'm
make like
feeling
a
myself.
sherbet out of some lemons and limes and
Yeah, I'm all about that. Making my own ice cream or having some sorbet. Nice, light, call it a day.
I'm inspired to go paint, dude. It's gonna
Dude,
it's
do
gonna
it.
happen.
Do it. Do it.
I
I'm
want to
telling
make
you,
my TV head girls.
hell yeah. Go into Pinterest, my guy. Go into Pinterest. Type in like futuristic TV head or something along those lines. You got to just type a couple different things in. Once you type one thing in, you start scrolling, you click on the image that you like, and AI does the rest. AI does the rest.
Oh,
Pinterest just
AI's incorporated
generates.
into Pinterest now?
Yeah. So when
Wow.
you click on the image, it's gonna scan the web for images that look similar to it,
Whoa.
and then it's just gonna bring you a bunch of new images. And right now, a lot of the images are AI generated. Like it'll tell you too. It'll say
Yeah.
AI modified or whatever.
I mean, you know
But
me. I'm an AI like I didn't give it up like you. I'm embedded into it
dude,
cuz
don't get me wrong. Like I didn't, cause I started learning about the environmental impact. Because I heard about it. I heard about, oh, the heat, the water. It wasn't until I watched a video the other day that actually educated me on like how dramatic this shit really is. Yo, Rich, look it up. It's fucked. Like
Oh,
it's kind of scary. It's kind of scary. I'm
dude, it's
like, damn, that,
scary. It might be making us dumb,
no,
like
no,
idiocracy.
bro, not even. It's definitely making us dumb. It's definitely making us
Maybe
not
not
have that
us,
like
but
span,
imagine
that
being
attention
10.
span.
Imagine being
Having it,
10 and having that. Like
I
me and
think
you,
that
we
shit
lived our
is
whole life almost, 50% of our life. We can think like we could before.
yeah,
People
nah,
not
it's
are going to be able to think. And what if it
no
gets turned off? They're going to be freaked out.
screwed, screwed. I
Me
mean, no,
and you will be
honestly, for me,
good. We'll grow an apple tree. We'll go back to we'll be fine.
bro, what's crazy about AI, what's really, really crazy, it's what happens behind the scenes, dude. That's what's fucking crazy. Like these data centers that
The
generate all
Matrix.
the dude, I found out that one data center is the equivalent to almost 300,000 homes. 300,000, dude. You get one data center that
Oh,
comes
yeah.
into a city, that's like a whole city within that one building. Like we
And
are
who,
definitely gonna run out of fucking water.
yeah. And then all that, whatever's getting pushed out, maybe it's just steam, but maybe it's steam with like particles in it that is
Oh,
probably not good
100%.
for us.
100%. I mean, most water, it does what it does and it goes back into the environment. Water that is cooling down data centers or anything AI, it's gone. Like once it evaporates, it's gone. It's
Yeah.
forever gone. So it kind of made me think a little bit. I was like, do I need this shit as much as I'm using it? Because I was using it for the most mundane shit.
I mean, it's integrated into my work.
Yeah, I was using it not for just work. Well, I was using that for everything. And then I started hearing people say shit. So I was like, oh, let me chill out a little bit. And then I
It's
watched
good
that
to
video.
reset. It's healthy to reset.
100%, 100%. Because at the same time, it's like, I mean, what were we doing 5 years ago? We were making it work, you know?
I mean, we put our phones up into these holders on our wall because we try to treat it like a landline when we get home. It's like, all right, let's put the phones away. And it's like,
That's crazy.
yeah, because it's like detached from there. And I'm like, oh my
Yeah,
God, I'm a
yeah,
human being.
yeah, yeah. I
I'm
mean,
not like,
after a day of doom scrolling, I just feel like fried, fried. My eyes burning, my head, duh, duh, duh. Like I have nothing in me after a day of doom scroll.
yeah, you don't even have a good idea of what to do next. You just want to go
No,
back to it
that's the worst part. You're like, fuck, what do I do? Fuck it. Let me just lay
because
down
your
on the
brain
couch.
just got shut off. You had to
Let me
punch
just,
yourself in the face, go for a 3 mile run, and then you reset. You're like, okay, I think
yeah,
I'll paint.
dude, that was like the best thing I started doing. Cause then I didn't have time to doom scroll, you know? I didn't
Cool.
have time.
I got a stack of magazines over there I got to read too. I started buying magazine subscriptions. They're so cheap now.
Oh, nice,
I'm like,
nice.
if I take a little bath or I'm on the couch with the kids and
And
I
you got
open a
the
magazine,
magazine.
they go get a book. I'm like, oh,
Yo,
this is
magazines need to
cool.
make a comeback. Magazines need to make a comeback because, like,
Smithsonian got great articles. I like history. I mean,
okay,
I'm reading. This just got good articles, and Wired has like good tech articles. Time is like got like some good stories,
yeah,
but it's a lot of like what's going on in the world, politics and stuff like that.
yeah,
But Smithsonian's got interesting stories, man.
nice. Yeah, I would definitely tap in and get a subscription onto some magazine that like very
Yeah, it feels good
visual.
to hold it and to just,
Yeah,
it's
have
short.
it in your hands, flip through it. Me and my daughter, we've been doing collages lately, and like that opened my eyes to how amazing magazines are and like what you could do with them. It's mad crazy. It's so fun.
Dude, that's so funny. We do collages here all the time too.
Really?
They got their scissors, they got
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
huge thing of stickers and magazines and they cut pictures out and glue it. They
Same.
love it, dude.
Same, y'all. Yeah, they love it. They love it. It's so fun. It's therapeutic, you know?
cutting paper. Yeah, cutting paper.
Cutting,
A little bit of
gluing.
danger because you could cut your hand. I got them. They love cutting. They love doing dinner prep, snapping green beans, getting seeds out of squashes, cutting the green beans on the
Yeah.
cutting board with their little knives.
Hell yeah. You know they want to help in any way, shape, or form. I love that shit.
Oh yeah, and Miles he just loves cutting stuff. He pretends to cut trees down outside. He's like, "Can we use the saw?"
Slow down, Ma. Slow down.
Well, I let him do the handsaw because we built like a little
Okay.
bit of a we built like a little treehouse.
Oh yeah?
We got a cool little spot. We've got like an acre of land. If you walk through our woods, there's like a fresh spring that's got water going to it.
Oh,
Um, they've got a nice tree swing set with like a big clubhouse in there, and they got a bunch of different like
no.
plastic toy houses and a
Yeah,
sandbox.
yeah.
They're living the life, dude.
No. No. But I always wanted a tree house as a kid.
Me
That's dope if
too.
you did that for
I'm
them.
living it up through them. I'm like, yo, we're
Yeah,
gonna
for
build a
sure.
treehouse. Right now we're working on the roof. We got all the like pillars. It's
Oh,
like
hell
over a
yeah.
it's a big rock, and then there's a walking platform to another tree. And
Oh,
now we're building like we got pillars, and now we can start building like a slant roof.
nice.
I mean, we just work on a little at a time. We'll go cut a couple trees down and we'll cut them into
Yeah.
the pieces we need.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's dope.
And I'm like having more fun than they are.
I bet. You're probably like, no, 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 it doesn't go there. We're
I'm
gonna
like,
put that over here.
yeah.
No, no.
All right, bless.
When I come up to Mass, I definitely want to pull up on you, man.
Please do. I
Pull up
mean,
on you.
come, you could stay, even if you bring the whole fam.
Yeah, 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 for sure, for sure. Pull up, make it a family day.
Or we can all, if you're in Boston and you get a hotel, we'll get an Airbnb or a hotel. We'll meet you there and we'll do like a couple
Oh,
things
hell
in the
no.
city.
If I'm in Massachusetts, I'm not getting no hotel.
Oh, you can stay with family. Cool.
Yeah, I gotta wait too
Even
much time.
better, because you'll be even closer to us.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be right up the street. Oh,
All right, we'll go get lunch at Via. Then we'll go hit a couple parks.
oh,
If
that'd
it's
be dope.
if it's the summer, we'll go. There's a cool lake right down the street from my house.
Okay.
It's perfect. It's like hidden, but it's not. It's like right off a main road, off of Route 9.
Uh-huh.
We lived here for 2 years and we didn't know about it. And then we found it one day and I was like, why have we been coming here? We go there early and just like there's a nice little beach and it's like a little like lake.
Yeah.
Kids play in the sand. When I was on
Wow.
maternity leave, I would just go with the two kids in the morning, let them play and swim, and I would do my kettlebells every morning.
Uh,
And then I would have my iced coffee after that.
hell yeah.
Once the sun got too strong and it was like noon, would go back, make lunch, take a nap. Dude, I was loving maternity leave
Living the dream.
every
What?
day.
You said nap, and my brain was just like, yes, yes.
They would take
Oh,
a nap. I would just, I'd just chill.
bro, I love myself some naps. The kids take nap, I take a nap too.
They
I
my
take a nap too.
they don't take naps anymore though.
No, shit, I do. I'll probably take one tomorrow.
Well, you're
I,
gonna need to, dude.
yeah, I've been playing in my shit. I've been playing in my naps now.
All right, man.
All right,
Appreciate you.
homie. Yeah, man, it's been real. It's been real, real.
All right.
Let's catch up soon.
Say hi to your family for me, and hopefully we can link up when you're back. I'd love to
Uh,
meet them.
for sure.
All
All right,
right.
man. Check
Peace.
out. Peace.